All right, good afternoon. Good to see everyone. It's a great time of the year for us. Get to get back out on the practice field again. Never gets old. Really, really fun time of the year as you start over and you rebuild your team literally from the ground up. I know we met here just a couple of weeks ago talking about our signees, getting an opportunity to get them in front of you. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that, and as you continue to build relationships with them, I think it was great for them. They had a great time with y'all, so appreciate y'all giving them a bunch of softballs, a bunch of layups, and but we've been really, really busy for the last 2.5 months, and from program installation, you got 26 players that. This is the first time they've been on the squad here at mid-year, and a few new coaches. Obviously self-scouting, studying other people, finding ways that we can be better on and off the field, efficiency-wise, making the improvement where we need to, really taking a good hard look at ourselves, and then building our players from a strength and conditioning standpoint, speed standpoint. All the while developing, the right kind of mindset and getting our players a very clear vision of what it takes to be successful. But building team morale and chemistry and leadership, challenging our guys in a variety of ways, both on and off the field, is what we've really, worked on here for the last several weeks. I'm really excited about this group of guys. There's a hunger and an edge to them. Great humility, willingness to work and do the hard things that we ask them to. Have really responded in a big time way. A lot of speed and strength gains across the board. Really excited about the improvement that we've seen from that standpoint. And with the recruiting class, evaluating these guys, obviously playing the game of football. Is what it's all about. You don't win in a pair of shorts. You got to put pads on, and you got to block and tackle and catch and execute and all those types of things. So we'll continue the evaluation process of these guys. But what I love about them, again, as I said before, football intelligence seems to be a strength of this group of guys, and guys that are willing to come and work every day, a very focused, driven, group of newcomers, and as well as the guys that are returning. Obviously, we've comparing where we were a year ago with percentage of experience and offense and defense. A little bit less than what we had a year ago at this time, but I really feel like we've improved our football team over the last several months through both recruiting and development, and some of the returning guys' experience that we have coming back. The couple of new additions we've hired Seth Luttrell as an offensive analyst. Great opportunity for us to get better on staff with former Oklahoma Sooner. Obviously, his dad was a heck of a player, owns 2 national championships to Seth's 1. So Dad still got the upper hand, but the guy that's been, around the country and has been a head football coach and did a fantastic job while he was at North Texas, and one of my favorite players that I didn't coach per se, but one of my favorite players, a guy I loved having in the locker room when I was here when Seth was a young player. Then we've also hired James Skowski as a graduate assistant on defense. Great player at Clemson, and somebody that's really just plugged right in. Is really going to our players are really going to benefit from having him. We have one player with a position change, Marcus Hicks. We're going to let him try out defensive line and give him an opportunity. I know he was recruited as a jumbo guy that could be either or, and really he wanted an opportunity to show what he could do on the defensive line. So hopefully we can keep him healthy and give him a chance. He's been banged up a lot, and so hopefully he can have a healthy spring and strengthen us on the defensive line. And so he's made the switch. I know we already talked about DJ Graham, moving from a defensive back to receiver. Guys that are going to miss the spring, just give you kind of an injury update here. First of all, just thankful that, and I won't speak a whole lot about it other than Gentry Williams. I know there was an episode here, exertional collapse is what they've termed it. His labs have all checked out, and we're getting the labs again today, and he has a cardiac clearance meeting tomorrow, so we'll see where that is. But really proud of the response by the medical staff, and we're always looking at ways to make sure that our players' safety and health is first and foremost, and just thankful that Gentry appears to have gotten himself out of harm's way and recovered just fine. But Kadam Helms, he has a knee patella thing going on, so he probably will miss all of the spring. Jason Llewellyn got just a midfoot issue with a growth plate. He'll miss all of spring. Eric McCarty tore his ACL late in the playoffs, and he's been here. His rehab has gone really, really well. Emeka Amegwa, he's also just had a surgery to clean some stuff up, but he had a meniscal and a ACL injury prior to getting here. Walter Rouse had a shoulder labrum surgery. Will miss, and that was back in December. So nothing that was new to us, but he'll miss all of spring. And then Jacob Sexton is really recovering nicely from his ACL in the Florida State game. Other than that, we really expect, we have some guys that are going to be a little bit limited. Trace Ford, he'll be a little bit limited, but we really feel like he's going to work and progress into full speed work by the end of sometime in the spring. And then Kelvin Gilliam, Jaden Rowe, and Shane Woody are all coming off of shoulder surgeries, but they're all progressing really well. The surgeries were all done prior to the end of the season, and really like where they're at. They'll participate mostly in just indie stuff, individual drills, non-contact. So got plenty of guys with bumps and bruises, and we still got Booty and some kind of contraption to protect his finger that dislocated. But he'll be ready at some point in time here quickly, and again, just the normal bumps and bruises. So with that, just remind everybody the spring game's the 22nd, and it's at 2:30. Contrary to a lot of y'all reporting that we're going to be at 11 a.m., it's actually going to be at 2:30. So time to pack the palace again and make this place a special place at that time. And then lastly, we had really thankful for Josh Norman and staff that took 11 players. They went down to Brazil over the break, just coming off a spring break, and guys gave up their spring break to go serve down in Brazil, and so I thought that was a great experience for those guys. So anxious for them to get back and share some of their experiences with our players.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.